So I see this and hear this about this all the time. There's a seller. They have a vision for their property. They own a lot of acreage and they would love to split it off, but they want to go ahead and do the land split once they have an actual buyer on the hook. There are lots of problems with this, and let's just go through some of them. So first of all, if you have that vision in mind, I would highly suggest against doing that. Really, land should not be sold unless it has its very own parcel ID. Ducks should be in a row. Process should already have played out, resulting in that separate, recorded, legitimized parcel ID first. It just should. If you expect a buyer to buy land that you're splitting off, they're going to have their vision of what that land looks like, and you're going to have your vision of what that land looks like. And no matter how you slice this, if you draw it out on a napkin, or if you have someone professionally draw out what this new parcel is going to look like, the surveyor may have a different vision for that land split than either of you. And the surveyor is the professional. The surveyor is going to see what the best route is to get acreage split off. And they have their reasons for doing that when they do their work. Not their first rodeo. They know how to split this land off to where it works best for everyone. You should already have that work done on the front end, and that's just one reason. Other things to consider when you're looking at splitting off a piece of land for someone to build on, easements may have to come from another place. Water, sewer, those types of things, utilities. So that may not look the way that you want, or money may have to be paid to get those things run through someone else's property. There are always issues like this that pop up where you think that driveway may go through on your potential new house. The surveyor may have a completely different take on it due to zoning, due to a lot of other things like that, because the surveyors know what these zoning guidelines look like. They know how the land lays and what needs to be done. So you get a bunch of things that crop up that you never anticipated. So that lot may not look the way that the seller thinks it should, and the seller may actually wind up with a disadvantage if they've gone ahead and jumped in to a contract with a buyer thinking this land split is going to go one way, and it really can't and has to take a different turn. It could totally change the landscape of the parent parcel to where the seller is unhappy. So just make sure that if someone says they want to split off land for you, or as a buyer you approach them to split off land, let's make sure that the groundwork is done before we write the contract. But if you are going to get under contract on land that's not yet split, which again, I don't suggest, just be open to the fact that things may not look quite the way you expect them to by the time all is said and done. And there may be extra money involved, extra expense involved. Because a lot of times when these sellers list a vision without having a parcel ID, I mean, that's going to be the case. They have a certain picture in their mind that doesn't line up with reality. So if land has yet to be split, you may want more of a letter of intent or a proposal as a buyer, or you may want to give yourself a lot of room with these contingencies. And sellers, again, beware, because once the survey's done, you may not be happy with the results. Whereas if you had the survey up front and had the split done, then you know exactly what it is that you're going to be left with, and the buyers have a really good picture of what it is that they're buying. If you have questions about this topic or any other, please feel free to call me at 513-236-1254. You can private message me, and if you're watching on YouTube, please feel free to subscribe. Thanks, bye.